All right, well, there's been some watches that have left my collection, and a watch has come into my collection, so I have to do a state of the collection. First, I got to get to some news. First, there's weight loss news. Exactly 2 weeks ago, I weighed 230, which is way too heavy for me. I told you in a previous video that 200 is my weight. When I stood on the scale and I saw the 230, it was like being in Hades. Everything was gloomy. And so I had to go back to my 100 carb a day diet. No more 300 carbohydrate fests. And I lost close to 10 pounds in 2 weeks. My body clearly does not like a lot of carbohydrates. I can eat 100. 100's manageable. I stood on the scale after my 1 hour kettlebell workout today. I was 220 and a half. I mean, that needle was just close to 220, and I felt like I was on a raft in purgatory, and I could see shards of heavenly light in the sky, and I could hear Handel's Alexander's Feast music playing. No, I don't know. Why are you listening to Alexander's Feast by Handel? What's that all about? So, that's the big weight loss news. I'll probably be down to 200 in a couple months, and then I just gotta stay at 100 carbs a day. In watch news, I know a guy, he doesn't want me to mention his name. He has this tiny Omega coaxial watch. I don't even know what it is. I thought it was a woman's watch, but he said it's not. And it looked like it was like 38 millimeters at the biggest. But anyways, he sent it to Omega twice. They couldn't fix it. Then he brought it to an authorized swatch mechanic. He was authorized by Swatch Group, and he fixed it for $500. It was the mainspring. So this guy, he doesn't want me to use his name. He showed me the mainspring. It looked like a piece of coiled tinsel that would cost 10 cents. I was a little taken aback by it. The moral of the story is always have a good mechanic or a good repair person when you have stuff. You know, I sold my Nissan Maxima with only 64,000 miles on it to my brother-in-law, sort of as a favor to him. And I brought that Maxima to the dealership. They couldn't find out why it was making this weird noise, and they claimed that I was going to have to take out the whole transmission thing. It was going to cost $4,500, which was worth the cost of the car. It was a 2007 Maxima. So I sold it to my brother-in-law as a favor to him. It was in mint condition other than that one little sound. And he knows this family in Long Beach. They know cars, and they fixed it. It was something with the axle, and it was a $300 fix. Don't assume that the authorized dealer knows what he or she is doing. And don't assume that if you move somewhere, you're going to be able to find someone who can fix your stuff. Another watch news, I got a watch bracelet sized a couple days ago, and Rafi told me that micro brands are selling a lot. The sales are way up, and as you can imagine, the big companies are paying attention. And we are talking about why micro brand sales are up, and it's pretty clear. Good quality, good value, good superluminova. They listen to their customers. They're not arrogantly just dismissing their customers. So good for the micro brands. I mean, they're, you know, for me, a micro brand with superluminova C3 and a good Citizen Miyota movement. It's not a, and then you can get them for like, I don't know, $500 to $1,000. Not bad, you know, as long as you like the style of it. And so, all right. So the other news is I don't have any more satellite Citizen watches. You know, Random Rob channel. Rob at the Random Rob channel has been selling my watches on his private club circuit. And I like that because in a way I'm supporting his channel because he can review the watches, and he's doing me a favor because it's a cleaner transaction. But you know, I feel badly because I love Citizen watches, I respect Citizen watches, but I don't wear them, and I've had some beautiful Citizen watches over the last 8 years. I mean, gorgeous ones, you know, made of super titanium and sapphire and radio controlled or GPS controlled. And the problem is I don't wear them. It's like this song by the Trash Can Sinatras. I love your poems, but I hate your poetry. It's like, I don't know. It's like you have a girlfriend, but you're always playing poker with your buddies at night. It's like, come on, man. And I love Citizen watches, but so what are we going to call this state of the collection? We're going to call it the Gotta Wear It edition. Wear It edition. So I want to start with the oldest Seiko in my collection. This is the Hardlex Tuna SBBN 033 with amazing loom. It's on a strap code hexad, and my daughters are in the 5th grade now. They're 11. I've had this watch since my daughters were in kindergarten when they were 5. Never did a battery change. I've had it for a long time. The loom is spectacular. There's a new version of this for about $1,500 with sapphire. I don't know if I wear quartz watches enough to justify getting the sapphire version, but that is number one because it's just the oldest one. I also have the black bezel version, the 031, which is also on a hexad, and tend to keep those. Those have the Marine Master logo on them. You guys hate the new Prospects X on your Seikos. You guys are very particular about it. It doesn't bother me that much, but I get it. And so that's another quartz watch I have. I have one more quartz watch in my collection, which is my unicorn watch. The Citizen Tough Chronograph. It's not focusing. It's like, wow, it's like it's a bad dream. You gonna focus, son? So just push it away into this rectangle. So I'm keeping this one because I wear it to the beach and to the pool and to Hawaii. I mean, here's a first world problem. What watch should I buy for when I take my family to Kaanapali Beach? Should I get the new Citizen Aqualand with sapphire, or should I get the 4th generation Seiko Monster and put it on a hexad bracelet? Come on, guys, help me. There's a first world problem. So this watch is not embraced by most people because it doesn't have a rotating bezel. The legibility can be problematic for some. I don't know. I keep it. You know, you can get them brand new right now on eBay for like under $180. Brand new with sapphire, and the build quality's tough and good. And you got to give Citizen some respect, man. They, I don't know, good wrist presence. I wear it, man. I mean, there's a 42 millimeter version with non-chrono. I mean, I would get that if I didn't have this, but I have this, so I'm not gonna have two toughs in my collection. But that's it for the quartz situation. Then I climbed up the luxury ladder with Seiko, and I have this MM200. It does not want to focus there. Have mercy on my soul. There you go. It doesn't want to focus. And I love the look of this. The loom is a downgrade from the previous generation of MM200. It's a downgrade, but I still love the monochromatic appeal of it. I had the blue dial, as you know, and so it is a keeper. Great wrist presence. Some of you are concerned about, oh, is it going to have wrist presence? Yeah, I mean, 48 lug to lug, 42 across the bezel. It's fine for wrist presence. It's a great look. Sure wish it had better loom, but Seiko's made a decision to put less application of loom on. Hey, the micro brands will put nice thick applications on. So maybe the micro brands are where to go. Now this next watch is the Captain Willard. Let's get some focus on there on Mr. Willard. Now the Captain Willard is interesting. The loom, like the one I just showed you, is not spectacular. It's good for, you know, because it is a Seiko, but it's not. Now the Willard, it's squat and it's pudgy, and I have to say, very comfortable. Probably the most probably my favorite watch. It's my favorite watch because the style has so much character. Now there will be a $3,000 version coming out in a month or two, you know, with the MM300 movement. 3,000 though, I'm gonna guess you could probably buy it used, like, you know, 4 months from now for 2,000. That's just my guess. Willard's probably my favorite because it's comfortable, it has character, and I like the idea of just having a Willard. It's just, I just like the idea of it. And then let's see, for this last shot, I have the, I wonder if it will focus on both of these. I have both the black and the blue. Wow. Okay, there we go. I've got the previous generation Seiko MM200 in cyan blue and black. The black was a rebuy. I had my first version from Bruce Williams, because these are from the torch dial era, when you could get, when Seiko was committed to really good lume on their dressy divers, and I just love that torch effect even in the daylight. And they decided to diminish their lume. I don't know if it was a cost-cutting measure or what. I don't know, but I'm not into it. Love these two watches. Some of the best Seikos I've ever bought in the last 10 years. I think the Willard is probably my very favorite, just because of the pudgy, squat shape, the character of it. I do wish it had better lume, but probably the Willard's my favorite in my collection. But I like them all. I like everything in my collection. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's the state of the collection. That's news, and we're out of here. Until next time, I'm out.